Welcome back, Crazy Believers. You've reached Crazy Believe with Nelsa, and today we're talking about what do you want? Happy New Year. It's our first episode of our show since 2021, and I know we've had a really, as we say in the South, hard road to hoe with 2020. And if you were like me, your life was like a roller coaster ride, I'm sure, to say the least. But through it all, I discovered some really valuable nuggets about myself and about naming and claiming what I want. Again, as we always talk about, and I probably will until the show no longer exists, journaling and the power of journaling. This is probably my maybe 7th journal, maybe 8th in my lifetime. Some were bigger than others. This one's the Crazy Believe edition. You can get yours for only $10. Please contact me at crazybelieve4@gmail.com or send me a comment down below after you subscribe and like this video so you can figure out how to get yours. But one of the things that I did a lot of in 2020 was journaling, being quiet, sitting still, meditating. And again, not to belabor those points in this show because that's not what we're doing today. But it was a place for me to start in trying to unravel questions about what did I want. I can just remember being a young girl, and I was talking to a friend the other day and mentioning that I used to have a hard time telling my parents what I wanted. I don't know why. I just never articulated my wants and my desires very easily as a young person. Even in school, I was a rule follower. For those of you who know me now and didn't know me then, you're probably like, huh? But for those who knew me back then, they'd probably be surprised at how close to the line I get sometimes with some stuff now. Not that I'm a lawbreaker, but some rules, are meant to be questioned strongly, I think. Especially when there are rules that we've put in place for ourselves that are limiting us from reaching our goals, that are limiting us from living our best lives, that are limiting us from really taking those dreams that we have deep in our hearts and bringing those to life. And I had a friend ask me a few years ago, and I journaled this, and these are your questions for tonight. So here goes. If you don't have your pen and paper, grab it, grab your journals, and let's write a little bit. But the first question was, what do I want? And I didn't know what to write. I was stumped. I was flabbergasted. I was dumbfounded. And I just didn't purely know what to say. I think in my heart of hearts, I had always had dreams, always had ideas of what I wanted to do with my life, but they had been packed up. And I don't know who else is like this, but I felt like life and what I should want and what other people said I would be good at and things that I thought were the right things for me to desire was the right answer to that question. And I have for so long. And that's such a habit that we get into, So what I want you to do is I really want you to strip down to the core of what is it that you want, not what other people say. And maybe it's something that you've never vocalized before, or you've been too scared to even write it down for fear that maybe it won't happen if you let it out of the box, so to speak. But write it down anyway tonight. If it hasn't been working for you the way you've been operating, don't you think it's time to try something different? Maybe just going for what you really want, speaking what you really want. And I'm not saying you go out and tell everybody, because everybody's not a fan of what you want. Everybody's not going to support your vision, even people close to you sometimes, because family and friends want you to be safe. They want you to be well taken care of. They want you to be okay. And sometimes your dreams scare people who love you when they feel like maybe that's something that you're going to do that's going to take you too far out of their comfort zone, and they won't know how to save you or catch you, worried that you might fail. But how's that working for you? You know, really, what are you getting out of playing it safe at this point? And I don't mean to be dangerous or reckless or thoughtless. It is all about intention. It's about setting an intention. It's about naming and claiming what you want. And then it's about allowing the universe, allowing God to put you in the right places, to bring the right people to you, and for you to act when inspired, and to quit sitting on those things and thinking that it's too late. The second question that my friend asked me was, what do you really want? So after writing down some things that I kind of just ripped off at the top of my head, then I really had to drill down to, what did I really want? You know, what is it that I'm doing, or what is it that I'm thinking that maybe is something that I need to go deeper and really discover what it is that is my passion. So as you go deeper into thinking, what is it that you really want? Take off the layers. Take off the what you shoulds, what you ought to do's, what you think would be best for you to do, and really dig into what is it that you want. What's in your heart? Like when you dream, what are you dreaming about? When you were a little kid, what was it that you really wanted to do? What was your gifting in that maybe other people saw it and thought it was just a hobby, but for you, it lit you up from the inside out. It was your passion. It was your grand dream. It was the thing that you wanted to chase and do for free if you had to. And then the third question is, what do you really, really, really want? Again, you got to probe deep, guys. You're not going to get the things that you want by allowing yourself to just stay up on that surface level, to stay up in that safe zone where, you know, this is polite talk. This is a table talk at the holidays. No, you got to get to the core of yourself, and you got to get somewhere and be quiet and be still and really think through yourself without all those voices in your head, without the programming that you've had forever and ever, without people getting to have a say. Don't ask anybody. One thing that if you've got this, I know my mom had this book when I was growing up, and it was the book that you wrote and you put your report cards down in. Anybody else have that besides me? And you wrote what you want to be when you grow up in that book, and you put your little picture in it for like what grade you were in, whatever that year's picture was. You put that book in there, and I still like to go through that book. Ma, I gotta find that book. So I know you're watching this. I'd love to get that book so I can, you know, review what I said I wanted to be when I grow up. But those were the things that we put down as children, unfiltered. And so wherever you are right now, that's the kind of writing you need to be doing. That's the kind of thinking you need to be doing. Drilling down and getting into the core of who you are at your essence. Who you were when you were a kid before the world tried to just and smash your little dreams all to smithereens. I'm sorry, I get so angry at dream killers. I really do. Because I'm like, you know what? You don't want to dream. You don't want to have a life that's wonderful and fulfilled. Fine. But don't kill somebody else's dream, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that to your children. If you're a teacher, don't do that to your students. Just stop, you know? Stop thinking because you didn't pursue yours that everybody else's aren't going to come true. Yours could still come true if you give it a real try and you really believe in yourself. If you really, really, really speak your truth and not allow yourself to let your dreams die, you know? Anyway, so those are the 3 questions that you really want to journal and ask yourself. What do I really want? What do I really want? And what do I really, really, really want? And that's without limits. You know, I used to edit myself in my journal, and I have some entries where I was like, okay, when are you going to stop writing as if other people are going to be looking at this before you die? Write for real. Write to yourself. You know, how dishonest are we with ourselves? How many lies do we tell ourselves? You know, this year I didn't even do resolutions. I've done intentions. Resolutions are the things that I'm resolved. I am purposely going to do these things. They are my goals. I'm going to put forth every effort to make it happen. And then by the end of the month, I'm done. And I was sick of that. I really was. I was sick of that. I felt like I was starting over with the same things over and over again. Just like I talked about in the last, video on the podcast. You know, weight has been one of those things where I felt like I just needed to focus. But we got to start thinking, what's at the root of the things that we aren't accomplishing? You know, why aren't we dreaming our dreams? Why aren't we living our dreams? Why aren't we walking in our purpose? Why aren't we living in our God-given talents daily? And sometimes I think it's just because we don't know, and we've gotten too scared to think about what we used to know, for fear that we may look foolish, or maybe we won't be as happy. But, you know, if things change, they change, you know. Roll with it. Go with the flow. Allow those things to adapt and evolve as they need to in your life, and quit judging yourself. And for heaven's sake, quit judging other people. If you quit looking at everybody else, we'll have time to look at ourselves. And I'm preaching to myself. So don't get offended. Don't turn the video off. My toes hurt. But in the long and short of things, what do you want? What do you really want? What do you really, really, really want? And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It's never too early, and it's never too late to dream your dreams, to live your dreams, to crazy believe in your dreams. So I'm out here doing it for myself. I've been trying to encourage other people, but when I made the decision that I was going to encourage me, and that I was going to walk in it, and I was going to live it, and I was going to do it, life changed for me. Is every day a great day? No. Are there challenges still on the road? Am I still exactly where I thought I would be at this point? No. But I'm on the road, and I'm happier than I've ever been. Another thing I want to make sure that everybody knows before I go, not just the journals. You can get those. Again, crazybelieve4@gmail.com. Looking to get the website up. I've gotten the domain, so I want to be transparent and let you know that I have made progress towards that. Looking for website developer. That is not my gifting, and I am very well aware of that. So I'm looking for someone to help me design my website. So as soon as I can close the deal on that, the website will be up, and I'll be letting you know about that. Also, I am now a certified Reiki practitioner, and Reiki is just an energy healer. No crazy secret woo-woo or anything, but just helping people to unblock their energy, to get into some places of, wellness and well-being, relaxation. So if you're interested in learning more about that as well, send me a comment or email me at crazybelieve4@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Also, if you're interested in doing virtual seminars with a group, please contact me at crazybelieve4@gmail.com. I am available for speaking engagements and for doing virtual workshops. So Crazy Believe is here and not going anywhere. Thank you guys for watching, and look forward to hearing about some of those dreams. And just drop me a line on Facebook, Crazy Believe with Nelsa, or drop a comment. Please subscribe and like, and make sure that you hit the bell so you can get alert to any new videos. So hoping to make sure that you get regular content this year as we keep moving along. So don't stop crazy believing.